Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. Even after sentencing, the Ignition singer R. Kelly is continuing to cause a stir in the media all across the globe. In the past few days, news has hit the world that the King of RnB is reportedly engaged to his longtime girlfriend, Joycelyn Savage, that had been labeled a victim by R. Kelly accusers ahead of his sentencing. The I Believe I Can Fly star is currently held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, Chicago, as he awaits yet another trial in the Northern District of Illinois alongside his former employees. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison, after he was allegedly found guilty in a controversial New York trial concluded September last year. Although his legal team has finally formally informed a federal court that he intends to appeal his conviction, the appeal is expected to be a lengthy process, despite the high optimism by R. Kelly's legal team that R. Kelly will eventually walk free. News of R. Kelly's engagement to Joycelyn Savage was sparked by coming to light of a letter, filed by Kelly's legal team to Judge Ann Donnelly on June 13, 2 weeks before his sentencing, as part of the defense's sealed filing seeking a lenient sentence. In the letter, Joycelyn begins by referencing herself as Robert Kelly's fiancée. "My name is Joycelyn Savage, and I'm Robert Kelly's fiancée. I'm writing this letter in support of Robert in advance of his sentencing, so I can explain to the court that I'm not the victim that the government has portrayed me to be." She wrote in her letter, "My relationship with Robert is amazing. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. We have a very special connection and are deeply in love." The 26-year-old wrote to the judge hoping to get some leniency for Kelly. "I still support Robert to this day, because I love him and will always be here to support him." Savage went on to write. Advocating for her alleged fiancé, Savage wrote, "He's very determined and focused on his goals, and the things that have been said about him are absolutely untrue." She continued by describing how sweet and gentle Robert is as a person, seemingly sharing from experience as someone who has lived with R. Kelly for years. "The Robert the first know is very sweet, gentle, and kind. At the end of the day, he has always made sure that I'm taken good care of." Now, despite Joycelyn's claims of engagement, sources reveal that her family was never made aware of any such thing. Joycelyn's parents have been outspoken about their concern for their daughter and her involvement with R. Kelly. In several media interviews, and also while appearing in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary series, her parents have long maintained that they believe she is being manipulated by the 55-year-old R&B singer. One can't help but wonder what it is exactly that Joycelyn's parents want from R. Kelly. Clearly, a 26-year-old woman is big enough to make her own decisions and choices in life, and if they so much feel that R. Kelly allegedly held her against her will, why in the world would they keep silent until the controversies emerged? Why in the world would they shy away from reporting a missing person case to the authorities and let the authorities do their job? Why would they resort to using the media to spread all kinds of unfounded allegations? It beats anyone's understanding. Their family attorney, Gerald Griggs, confirmed that Joycelyn never made her alleged engagement with R. Kelly known to the family, and that they've never even spoken about the possibility beforehand. This only confirms that they have been speaking, despite their past allegations that they are unable to speak to their daughter directly. Joycelyn's parents strongly doubt that R. Kelly and their daughter have such a relationship, and they have hopes of reconnecting with her to get the full story, though they did admit that it wouldn't be unusual of her to not have told them about getting engaged. Griggs mentioned. Griggs also mentioned that he finds it odd that Joycelyn opted out of testifying under oath and instead chose to slip it into a letter submitted to the court. On the contrary, this should have made a point to Joycelyn's family that she never wanted to get involved in testifying directly, thanks to all the allegations that were being orchestrated by her family, a sign that she wanted no association with the same. According to the lawyer, Joycelyn hasn't really spoken to her parents since she left to be with R. Kelly. This is clearly untrue, as in some interviews, they have acknowledged speaking to her directly on several occasions. They are probably merely disturbed with the fact that Joycelyn made an independent decision not to be a part of their ploy and chose to go with the truth, and chose love. In the letter, Joycelyn was very particular about the accusations that she is under the R&B King's control, and that she was being forced to follow certain rules from R. Kelly's supposed rule book. Joycelyn bluntly argues that she is not under the singer's control whatsoever. It breaks my heart that the government has created a narrative that I'm a victim. I'm a grown woman, and can speak for myself, which is why I wanted to provide this letter to the court. Kelly is a great man, with a great heart, and deserves to be home with his loved ones who are ready to support him. She revealed. Such a blunt message, coming from a grown woman, should just put her parents' plots to rest. One can only wonder what they hope to achieve without their daughter's support. They probably initially thought they could get her to betray R. Kelly's love and trust for her, but they were clearly wrong about this, though they may now be too embarrassed to concede. Surprisingly still, Joycelyn's is like no other allegation in R. Kelly's accusers, as she was even of age the first time she met R. Kelly. Joycelyn, who is from Atlanta, Georgia, met Kelly when she was 19 years old and went on to become his girlfriend. Her family has gone to lengths to publicly allege that she is being held by R. Kelly against her will. At one point, a blog that was alleging cases of abuse from R. Kelly, supposedly authored by Joycelyn, was released, and it created a serious buzz all over the media. Her family were quick to jump on it, claiming they were confident it was authored by Joycelyn and that the truth was finally beginning to come out. The same parents disregarded actual video recordings showing Joycelyn speak out on how she is happily with R. Kelly at will, and not being held by force as alleged. Ironic. This would amuse any individual of sound mind. A family that chooses to believe random blog posts over actual video footage of their daughter about the truth of the circumstances surrounding her. They later claimed that they believed the videos were recorded under coercion, but the same people believe Joycelyn actually took time to write a random blog, in a bid to solicit help. If only Joycelyn's family would make peace with the fact that Joycelyn is in love with R. Kelly, irrespective of the circumstances, true love, if you may say so, and that she could as well be engaged to the R&B King and they have nothing they can do about it. Interesting. The earlier they make peace with it, the sooner they will heal. That's all we had for you today. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.